Chapter 36. Ellie. There's no getting away from Valentine's Day. It's paper hearts all around as I hurry to class. I go grocery shopping and get a face full of cuddly bears holding fake roses. When Charlie invites me to a Valentine's ball, I'm sick and tired of the entire concept. But I need to move on, and she's promising a night with great food and free alcohol. She even offers me a dress, says it's a bribe so I'll come along. Apparently George bought an entire table, and it's poor form not to fill every seat. It's some type of charity event for libraries or something. So I give in. They invite Lydia as well, but she already has plans. So Charlie treats me to a day in the city with manicures and professional hair and makeup. I survived dance class. I went in with my head held high, and if I broke down and cried afterwards, at least I waited until I was on the bus to do so. I did what I set out to do, and it's all over now. The thought of never seeing D again hurts. I know it shouldn't. It was never about emotions with us. I miss the sex. I miss the way he took care of me when I was drunk. It's that last thought that brings all the clarity I've been blind to. When I was drunk, he took care of me. He could have had sex with me. He could have taken advantage of me in so many ways. But he didn't. Instead, he got Jenna so she could help me. He would never do the things Victor accused him of. It's when I'm getting my hair done that it all falls into place. Victor was lying. I never saw him go to class. I never heard him even mention what he studied. Did he study at all? All I saw him do was take some guy's money. I squeeze my eyes shut, then remember the makeup and open them. I was such a fool. I decided what I thought of D that first day in the library, and no matter how many times he proved me wrong, I didn't listen. And now it's too late. Because just as I know he's not guilty of the things Victor accused him of, I also know that my emotions got involved a long time ago. I smile up at the man doing my hair, as he raves about my looks. The smile is glued to my face as I put on my dress and head downstairs to the lobby to wait for my aunt. I look at myself in the mirror and take deep breaths. My dress is amazing. It's dark green with a flowy skirt and thin straps. The bust is embellished with lace and cut in a deep verses. The only jewelry I'm wearing is a simple gold chain bracelet. My hair flows down past my shoulders and I feel beautiful. I am going to be the envy of every man there, George says, as he and Charlie step out of the elevator. You look almost as beautiful as your aunt. He winks at me and smiles as he holds out his arm. I take it, and we move to the car. You look so beautiful, Ellie, Charlie says. I'm glad you came. Me too, I say. I really need the distraction. So this is an auction? A silent auction, George says. And you ladies should, of course, feel free to bid on anything you want. I'll be happy to donate more to the public libraries. I wouldn't feel comfortable spending George's money, but I smile and nod. Did you ever meet Gia Donovan? Charlie asks as we arrive at the venue and get in the elevator. No, I don't think so. Who's that? Gia is Ava Darcy's mother. Georgiana Donovan was quite the hellraiser when she was young. And she might be the one person who's been to every single one of these balls. Her and her husband, Tommy Donovan. The elevator doors open and we are whisked into a grand ballroom. There's live music, servers with trays of champagne, crystal chandeliers so high up they just glitter down at us. The very first time they held the Valentine's Ball, back in the late 70s, Tommy Donovan was involved in getting it set up. Back then, he was a competitive ballroom dancer, but not very wealthy. So when it came time to arrange for the items to be auctioned off, he offered a dance. Dylan's grandfather was a professional ballroom dancer. We've stopped just inside the door while George speaks to some of his friends. He was. And he was pretty good. He was a handsome man. And very liked by the girls. Well, in comes Gia. She's there with her parents, and as soon as she sees him, she's made up her mind. So she bids for the dance. And since her parents were very wealthy and would never deny her anything, she of course was able to outbid everyone else. So that evening, towards the end of the ball, after they had announced all the winners, she claimed her prize. And they danced their first dance together. At the next Valentine's ball, they were engaged. Tommy put up a dance for auction again, and again Gia outbid everyone else. They were married by the following year. And every year since, they've danced the last dance at the Valentine's ball. That's so romantic. It is. This year, there will be no last dance in honor of Tommy. My eyes are scanning the crowd as we speak. That's her, Charlie says and points to an elderly woman at one of the tables. She's surrounded by people greeting her. That's Gia Donovan. I watch the smiling woman as she speaks to everyone around her. She's small. Even sitting down, I can tell she would barely reach my shoulder. But she has a presence. What had Charlie called her? A hellraiser? I can see the glimpse in her eyes. And it's easy to imagine her going after what she wants. I frown. Dee was about to say something about her once. At dance class. Was that why he learned? Did he want to honor his grandfather? George returns to us and we're led through the room straight towards the old woman. Here we are, George says and pulls out a chair for Charlie at the next table. Ellie, would you want to sit? Or I think they have an open bar somewhere. I think I'll see what's going on with the auction, I say and remove the shawl I've been wearing. I place it on the back of my chair. I've long since learned that at these events, no one will ask for your ID. Nobody cares if the children of the wealthy are of age or not. A ticket to an event such as this costs enough that they are more than willing to take that risk. I grab my champagne and head off to the smaller room next door. There are tables set up in a horseshoe, with clipboards and pens set up for the bidding. Some items are on display, others have a description with a photo. I study a pair of pearl earrings that supposedly belong to some famous actress. The bids are already coming in, and I move out of the way, as a woman in red puts in a higher bid. I study the items for a while. Up for auction are gift baskets, trips to Paris and Hawaii, the opportunity for an artist to paint a portrait of you, a spa day and plenty more. I look at some bids and the amounts are staggering. And there is no anonymity here. A man is walking down the line and stops by the trip to Paris. He thought he could get it for cheap, did he? He chuckles to himself as he puts in a bid. He sees me watching. Don't worry, I make it my mission to make them all pay. After all, libraries are the lifeblood of literature. He chuckles to himself as he continues down the line, adding bids here and there, and I get the impression it's very much a friendly competition. I hear my name and freeze.